Hey guys, top of the Sunday morning to everyone. Come on in the room, come on in the room. Cassie's gonna be making dinner. I'm making baked chicken on a bed of carrots and potatoes. I'm an old-fashioned girl. I get dinner done in the morning. Get it out the way so you have the rest of the evening for yourself. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday to you. Come on in the room, guys, and do the due diligence. Share the live. Hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up. Beautiful here on this Sunday, guys. It's nice and sunny, but I'm not going outside today. I'm tired. I had a day yesterday, guys, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. Before I tell you guys about it, we're going to praise the Lord because why? It's Sunday because He woke us up this morning. Come on in the room and let's praise the Lord. Let's thank Him for putting our feet on solid ground, having us see, talk, eat, do all of the things that we're supposed to do. And He opened our eyes, guys. He opened our eyes. He did so much for us, just waking us up and letting us breathe. You got to praise Him and thank Him for all those great things, guys. So we're going to do our early morning mantra. I said, whenever I go live in the house, this is what we're going to do. So are you listening? Are you ready? Are you ready for the morning mantra? Let's get it. Let's go. Today I choose strength. Today I choose joy. Today I rise no matter what. Say these words when you get up in the morning, guys, and it's going to jumpstart your day to be a wonderful day. So let me get my timer. I'll be right back. Come on in the room, guys. Let's cook some dinner. All right, got my timer. Got my tickety tock, 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 tickety tock, tock, tock. All right, got our timer. We're going to be doing some cooking in here, guys. This is not going to be an elaborate Sunday dinner, but it's going to be Sunday dinner, okay? I'm going to cook those carrots. It's going to be like on a bed with some onions and some bell peppers. You cut up your carrots, you put on top of the onions and bell peppers. Then you cut up your potatoes, you put that on top, and then I'm going to sear my chicken. I have some chicken wings and thighs, and I'm going to lay that on top, put some olive oil, a foil, and we're going to pop it in the oven. It's like a one pan meal, simple and easy, that even the kids can do. Yes. Put those kids in the kitchen, guys. Teach them how to cook early. Yes, I wish I was taught that way. But I started cooking when I was a teenager, and I used to watch people, my mother, my aunt, and I went by the stove and I started asking questions and saying, "Oh, oh, how you cook this? What did you put in that?" I was inquisitive. I was an inquisitive kid, teenager. I wanted to know, how do you do it? Because, hey, I needed to cook for myself. I needed to learn, right? So what did I do? I stayed in the kitchen and watched them. That's how you learn, by watching those who are more experienced at it. So you can be better at it when you grow up. When you get a family, you can show your kids how to cook. But before I go on with that, I want to touch a subject, guys. I want to talk about demonic spirits. I want to speak on this is Sunday. Yeah, I think it's a perfect day to talk about demonic spirits because I think we've all come encounter with a demonic spirit, guys. They could be your friends, they could be your family, they could be one of your coworkers, they could be one of your parents, damn it. You need to know about demonic spirits living in today's world. All the corruption that's going around, all the people that want to drain you of your good spirit. You need to spot them. And I want you guys to listen to something really quick. It's not that long. So you can spot a demonic spirit amongst you. But if you don't know what a demonic spirit is, I'm going to break it down to you and let you know. Because we need to know these things, guys. It's important. If you read Ephesians 6, we not only wrestle against flesh and blood, but the spirit. The spirit is so important, our spirit. So that comes into play where you got these demonic spirits that want to rob your spirit. So you need to have discernment when you spot a demonic spirit so you could stay away from it and not let it sponge you of what you have, what God gave you, which is your spirit. Once they drain their spirit, and that's what they're aiming to do, you're down in the dumps. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're not that bright, sparkling person anymore because that demonic spirit drains you so much. So let's talk about that a minute. Let's talk about demonic spirits. Let's talk about it. I'm going to let you guys listen to something real quick. And I think it's very interesting and it's something good to know. Okay. A demonic spirit is a disembodied supernatural being that acts against divine will, often described as a fallen angel following Satan. That's what a demonic spirit is. And I'm sure all of us have experienced a demonic spirit that almost like, to me, a demonic spirit is almost like a narcissist. If you compare the two, they're both out to rob what you have. They want your spirit. They want to keep you down. They want to keep you low. They want to keep you depressed because you're doing so good. You're high on 10 and they're down on low. It's a jealousy thing. They want what you have because they don't have it. They don't possess it. So they want to rob and cheat and steal and take whatever you got. So I want you guys to listen to this little clip so you can get more familiar and ask God for discernment when one of those demonic spirits are in your presence. So if you don't know what discernment is, I'm going to let you know. A discernment is the ability to judge well, understand clearly, and make wise decisions by perceiving subtle distinctions between options, often separating truth from falsehood or better from the best. It implies high insight, wisdom, and careful evaluation, often involving possibilities to understand the deep, sometimes occurred truths. So that's a little bit about the discernment. But I'm gonna let you guys listen to something. It's really important because we're living in different times, guys. Where there's so many demons out there. I'm trying to tell you, I came across some demons myself. Yes, I have. And I asked God for discernment. Their heart is cold. So listen to this for a second. What I call human demons. Tell me if you can't hear it. If you can hear it. Of destruction listen to this. Without even knowing it. And if this is talking about them, demons in our family and our friends. Video, you need to learn how to spot them. Listen to this for 1 second. With a human demon. These signs are not based on superstition. They come from years of internal observation, spiritual discipline, and understanding how energy moves through the body and mind. You learn how these people distort reality, drain your clarity, and twist your own virtues into weapons. And more importantly, you learn how to see it early, before the damage is done. The path of Shaolin is not about fear, it's about discernment. To walk in peace, you must know the shape of war, even when it wears a kind face. Stay with me until the end of this video. What you hear may explain things you felt for years but never had words for. This is Shaolin Soul Fire. If you're walking the path of self-mastery, stillness, and spiritual strength, subscribe now. Your discipline protects your soul, but your awareness, that's what keeps you free. There's a kind of tiredness that sleep cannot fix. You walk away from a conversation and something feels off. The room is quiet, but your thoughts are loud, heavy, spinning. This is not ordinary exhaustion. It's a leak in your energy field. The ancient masters understood energy not as a symbol, but as a living current. It moves through your breath, your spine, your voice. In Shaolin training, we learn not just how to generate energy, but how to contain it, how to stop it from spilling into places where it doesn't belong. But here's the danger. Some people survive by draining others.
not through violence, but through subtle, repeated disturbance. These are the ones who smile while pulling threads from your mind, who speak in circles, who turn every truth into fog. You leave feeling less yourself, and they leave feeling strangely full. That's no accident. They are addicted to your attention, and they will do anything to keep it. Praise doesn't satisfy them. Neither does conflict. What truly feeds them is your reaction. Confusion, guilt, overthinking. It's all energy, and they know how to pull it from you without touching your skin. One student once asked me, "Master, how do I know if someone is stealing my energy?" I told him, after speaking with them, sit in silence. If your breath is shallow, your chest tight, your mind restless, that was not a conversation. That was an extraction. You must become a guardian of your inner space. You cannot stop people from reaching for your energy, but you can stop giving it away without realizing it. The first step is to notice the fog, because clarity, once you reclaim it, becomes your protection. Not all poison comes in a bitter cup. Sometimes it's sweet, warm, familiar. One of the earliest lessons in the temple was to stop looking at appearances. The world is full of masks, some worn to survive, others to deceive. The deeper path is learning to see with the inner eye, not just what is said or shown, but what is true. A human demon rarely shows their face. They move through charm, through timing, through precision. They speak your language, they mirror your values, they offer concern, but only when someone is watching. They learn your rhythms, then use them to pull you into theirs. This is why Shaolin monks train not just the body, but the perception. To see through illusion requires stillness, discipline. You must be quiet enough inside to notice the difference between sincerity and strategy. The most dangerous ones never argue with you. They praise you, they flatter you, they make you feel seen. But if you observe long enough, you'll notice something. Their kindness is selective, calculated. Watch how they treat those who hold no power. Animals, elders, the ones who cannot serve them. That's where the truth leaks out. Do they show the same softness, or does the mask fall when no one is useful? A person's relationship with the weak reveals their soul, not their words, not their posture, their instincts. In Shaolin, we were taught that real strength bows before life. It never steps on the small to rise. The one who needs to belittle others, manipulate innocence, or dominate silence is not strong. He is hollow, and he hides that hollow place behind performance. To master yourself, you must also master your seeing. Because when the illusion breaks, the danger is no longer hidden. And when it's no longer hidden, it has no power over you. There's a quiet kind of harm that doesn't break things. It bends them, slowly, gently. So gently, you don't even notice it's happening. It begins with trust. You open your heart. You offer patience. You give without asking anything back. And at first, it feels right, natural, even noble. But some people don't see your kindness as sacred. They see it as a tool. They study your consistency, your loyalty, your silence, not to honor it, but to use it. Your discipline becomes their safety net. Your forgiveness becomes their license. Your peace becomes their hiding place. They don't need to shout or strike. They just keep taking bit by bit, like water soaking into wood, not with force, but with time. Your spirit. And soon, what once held shape begins to soften, swell, crack. You wonder why your center feels unstable, why your breath is tight, why your strength no longer feels like yours. This is the erosion, not of your character, but of its clarity. In Shaolin thought, discipline is not just about effort. It's about guarding what is sacred within you. Loyalty must serve truth. Kindness must serve wisdom. Otherwise, they become weapons in the wrong hands. The mind must stay awake, even while the heart stays open. Mindfulness is the shield. It's what allows you to feel the first signs of rot. Not when things break, but when they begin to drift. When your yes becomes too automatic. When your silence becomes avoidance. When your strength starts to feel like submission. In that moment, awareness becomes your sword, and the erosion stops. Because no one can twist what you refuse to abandon. Some wars are not fought with fists. They're fought in silence, behind words, in the spaces where doubt grows. A human demon doesn't always want to hurt you. They want to own how you see, how you think, how you feel. They want to everything about you of your mind and rearrange the furniture. Bit by bit, you stop trusting your memory, your instincts, your body signals. You begin to second guess what you know is real. Like a narcissist. This is not an accident. Second guess what you know is real. One of the oldest forms of control. If they can distort your clarity, they don't need to control your actions. You'll do it
A
yourself.
narcissist.
In Shaolin, clarity is not optional. It's power. It's survival. Without clarity, you cannot master movement. You cannot choose the right moment to strike or the right moment to be still. The same applies in life. When someone clouds your vision long enough, you lose the ability to navigate. They'll say it didn't happen, that you're too sensitive, that you misunderstood. Not because they believe it, but because if you believe it, they win. And the most dangerous part, you begin to gaslight yourself. You replay the moment, you search for fault, you lower your voice, you shrink. This is how people become ghosts while
That's
still
what-
breathing.
Talking about
Clarity
demonic
can be
spirit.
reclaimed.
While
Stillness
cooking
brings truth to the
Sunday's dinner.
surface. When you sit with your breath and return to your own rhythm, the spell begins to break. You remember what you saw, what you felt. You stop seeking permission to believe yourself. And when that happens, when your clarity returns, the illusion falls, because the lie only works as long as you abandon your own vision. Once you stop doing that, they can no longer reach you. Some people don't flinch when you're in pain. They watch, they wait, and somewhere behind their silence, something in them settles. It's subtle, but it's there. Your sadness makes them feel powerful. Your confusion makes them feel wise. Your collapse gives them comfort because it confirms what they secretly believe, that they are above you, that your suffering is deserved or useful. This is not just cruelty, it's parasitic energy. It doesn't chase, it waits. It thrives, not on chaos, but on emotional harvest. The more you break, the more it feeds. In the Shaolin tradition, compassion is not weakness, it's the highest discipline. A true practitioner feels the pain of others as a call to presence, not superiority. When someone winces at another's wounds, it's because they remember their own. But when someone smiles at your tears or softens at your despair, that's not compassion, that's hunger. These people don't always attack. Sometimes they sit close, offering just enough comfort to keep you near. Not because they care, but because your pain keeps you small. And as long as you're small, they don't have to face their own emptiness. The old master said demons don't always strike. Some of them study, some of them listen, but their heart is cold. Their stillness is not peace, it's control. One way
Demons
to
study
see the
you.
truth, speak your joy, watch how they react. If your healing makes them distant, if your confidence makes them irritated, if your light makes them shift, you've seen it. The mask slips, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The discipline path teaches you to protect your energy, not just from violence, but from the quiet hands that drain you with a smile. Because peace is not just about removing noise, it's about removing those who rejoice in your suffering. Silence is not the absence of sound, it's the return to yourself. In Shaolin practice, silence is sacred. Before movement, there is stillness. Before speech, breath. Before action, awareness. Everything begins there and ends there. It's how the mind becomes clean, how the spirit aligns.
Garlic.
But some people fear silence, like a wound they don't want to look at. They cannot sit still. They cannot let things be quiet. So they fill the space with noise, arguments, opinions, endless stories that go nowhere. And if you stay close long enough, you begin to forget what quiet feels like. This isn't by chance. A demonic person, even without knowing it, disrupts your stillness on purpose, because stillness gives birth to sight. And once you see them clearly, you won't stay. So they keep you spinning, distracted, reactive. They create little fires, emotional, mental, spiritual, and make you believe it's your job to put them out. Every day becomes a rescue mission. Every hour, a performance. But silence would expose everything. You'd hear the lies between the words. You'd feel the truth in your body. You'd notice the weight that always enters the room with them. You'd remember who you were before they entered your life. This is why inner discipline matters. You must protect your silence like it's life itself, because it is. Not everyone deserves access to your peace. Not everyone is meant to sit in your quiet. If someone cannot stand stillness, if they always need you off balance, always need something wrong, they are not feeding your spirit. They are hiding from their own. Silence reveals, and what it reveals frees you. Some people don't meet you, they become you. They listen carefully. They notice what moves you, what words you use, what future you dream about. And soon, it feels like you found someone who understands your soul, the same values, the same rhythm, the same path. But something isn't right. Not quite. It's too perfect, too fast, too rehearsed. What you're sensing isn't resonance, it's mimicry. In the ancient part, students were warned not just of open enemies, but of the ones who reflect your light back at you, not to honor it, but to use it. These are not companions. They are mirrors shaped by intent, and the reflection they offer is bait. They make you feel seen, so you'll stop seeing them. They match your inner world, so you'll let down your guard. And once your trust is open, they begin their work, not always malicious, but always consuming. This is where inner observation becomes essential. In Shaolin training, we don't just observe the world, we observe the one observing. We watch ourselves, our reactions, our attachments, our hunger to be understood, because it is often that hunger that blinds us. We want to be met so deeply that we miss the trap in the mirror. A false mirror reflects everything except truth. So pause, watch, let time reveal what charm tries to conceal. Real connection doesn't rush, it doesn't imitate, it stands on its own center. When someone is too much like you, ask, who are they when you're not around? What do they stand for when no one's watching? Stillness will answer, and when it does, you'll know if what you're looking at is a reflection or a mask. There was a time when you moved with certainty, quiet, steady, grounded. You didn't need to explain yourself. You felt your direction like a current under your skin. Even when life was unclear, something in you knew where to step. But now, hesitation. You question your choices, your words, even your instincts. You pause before speaking, afraid you might be wrong. You wonder if you're too much or not enough. You replay conversations long after they're over. This is not what growth feels like. Growth humbles you. Yes, but it sharpens you. It deepens your listening. It strengthens your trust in yourself. What you're feeling now is corrosion. It happens slowly, not all at once. A subtle unraveling of your inner compass, infected by another's distortion. Their doubts, their control, their quiet undermining of your perception. They don't tell you what to think. They make you unsure you can think at all. This is what human demons do.
Sounds like
They
a
don't attack
narcissist
your
to
body.
me.
They reach for your intuition. In the Shaolin way,
Sounds
intuition
just like
is
a
trained,
narcissist.
not dismissed.
Demonic
It's the
spirits
wisdom
and
behind the
narcissists are
technique,
the same
the
damn
silence
thing.
behind the movement. It's what
Oh,
tells the
demonic
master
spirits are a
when
little bit
to act,
worse, but
when to
narcissists
wait,
ain't far
when
behind
to
it.
walk away. And once you begin to doubt that voice within, you become easy to move, easy to mold. That's the real danger. The path is always inward, not outward, not into someone else's approval, not into someone else's certainty, but into your own breath, your own knowing, your own center. Reclaiming it is not a battle, it's a return. You already knew, you were already steady, and you can be again. When you bring light to someone's shadow, you'll see their true shape, not through argument, but through attention. When you grow, when you heal, when you begin to stand tall again, watch who grows quiet, watch who tightens, watch who tries to pull you back. That it cannot pretend for too long. It does not wear perfume. It does not know how to lie. It simply radiates.
I listen to this guy all the time, every morning.
Even when they try to
He has
present
taught
light,
me so
there
much,
will be a
so
disturbance,
much.
a
How to get
restlessness
peace,
that you feel in
how
your
to
chest,
continue
in your
to
breath,
believe in
in your
yourself,
emotional rhythm.
how to say
Some
positive
people carry
affirmations
an
to
energy that
yourself.
dries the soul.
You know, when you're having that
You were
bad
laughing
day,
before they
he
came
shows
into
you
the
how to
room,
lift your spirits up.
but now
I
you're
love
doubting
him.
yourself. You had clarity before you spoke to them, but now you are confused. You were healing, growing, breathing freely, and then they arrived, and suddenly
He's
your
still talking
progress
about
feels
demonic
invalid,
spirits.
your confidence questioned, your light dimmed. That is not coincidence, that is not imagination, that is the residue of their spiritual weight rubbing off onto yours. Words can be rehearsed, actions can be manipulated, smiles can be counterfeit, but energy is the essence of a being, and it echoes the truth of their spiritual.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sear this chicken.
Envying your light.
So I'm gonna turn on my
A
fire.
person can show up for you in public while cursing you in their private heart. Energy does not need translation. It is the soul's language. And your spirit, when uncluttered by noise, always understands it. The mind will argue, the emotions will get attached, the ego will want to prove loyalty. But silence will reveal what logic cannot. Sit with someone in silence and observe how your spirit reacts. Does their presence make your thoughts calm or chaotic? Do you feel more alive or more drained after being with them? Do they leave you with...
Do you feel more alive After being with a person, after you've had that conversation, do you feel your spirit has drained, or do you feel they have lifted you up? If you feel drained, you're dealing with some type of demonic spirit.
Clarity or confusion. These are not shallow indicators. They are signals. Sacred signals.
They're signals.
Often, the demons we encounter do not enter with fire and smoke. They arrive with compliments. They make promises. They wear the face of the familiar. And yet, their energy leaves a trail of inner destruction. You are not imagining it.
And that's
when
their
you
goal,
feel
to
tension
destroy
around
you.
You are not being too sensitive.
That's their
when
goal.
you notice your peace disappearing. You are simply awake. You are simply perceiving what most choose to ignore.
So I got some
There
grease
are
in the
people
fire.
who do not want you to rise. Not openly, but silently. They smile when you speak of your dreams, but inside they hope you fail. They offer help, but their help carries hooks.
Demonic spirits
Their
wish you
energy
no
does
good.
not celebrate your light. It competes with it. They don't protect.
Let me give you a good example of demonic spirit. You're happy about something that happened for you that day. I mean, really good stuff. Then you come home and you share what happened to you to the person. Then all of a sudden, what you shared, they have turned it into something negative. They robbed you of your joy because they don't want to see you happy. That's when you're dealing with a demonic spirit. When all the good comes to you and you share it with them and they make your good like it's the worst thing ever happened to you in the world. They're not happy for you. They don't share your joy. They want you down. They want you lower than low. They don't want you to feel good about yourself. They don't want anybody else to make you feel good about yourself. They want to keep you in this dark place. Those are demonic spirits, and those are the spirits you need to watch out for. The one that mean you no good.
Your spirit, they feed on it, and you can only detect them when you stop listening to their words and start feeling their essence. Awareness is not paranoia. Sensitivity is not weakness. Spiritual intuition is not superstition. It is survival. You are not being called to judge others, but to discern what you
Let me
allow
tell you
into
another
your
thing.
sacred space. You owe no one access to your soul's peace.
The reason why demonic spirits do what they do, because they don't have a good spirit within themselves. They want to rob and steal your good energy, your good spirit, because they don't want to see you happy. Because they don't have that peace within themselves. They could fake the funk all they can, but in essence, inside them is hollow. And they don't want to see happy people, genuine happy people around them, because they don't really mean them any good. They want to turn that happiness into a down drug, a down pill, because they don't want you happy. Bottom line.
You owe no explanation for trusting your inner knowing, because energy, pure, raw, honest energy, never lies. When you make space for silence, you will see clearly. When you stop rushing to fix, to please, to explain, you will begin to recognize the invisible threads that either nourish or choke your spirit. And when you walk into a room and feel the atmosphere shift, do not dismiss it. There is no greater teacher than energy. It is the voice behind the words, the shadow behind the smile, the truth behind the mask. It speaks, always. Whether we are brave enough to listen is the real question. There is a form of darkness that does not roar, does not strike loudly, does not come in storms.
I'm going to put the chicken in the
It comes
fire.
quietly. It seeps into conversations. It hides behind jokes. It wraps itself in concern, and yet its nature is parasitic. This is the darkness of consistent manipulation. It begins subtly. A friend or family member questions your memory. That's not what I said, they insist.
What they do, they question your memory. You may say something, and then they'll bring it back to you and say, "Oh, that's not what you said." Those are demonic spirits. They're trying to gaslight you. Gaslighting is a form of demonic spirit. They want you to second guess yourself, to make you think that you're crazy. They're trying to make you crazy. Those are demonic spirits, And those are the spirits you gotta watch out for.
When you know exactly what was spoken. You're being too sensitive, they tell you, when you express that something hurt. You always overreact, they repeat, whenever you try to address a boundary. And over time, something begins to shift, not in them, but in you. You begin to question yourself. You
begin to question yourself.
Not once, but
that's a form of gaslighting.
You apologize more often, even when you're not sure what you did. You seek their validation, as though without it, your own sense of
bottom line, they mean you no good.
This is no coincidence.
No
this
good
is no
whatsoever.
It is the
they don't have your best interest at heart at all. They want to see you down. They want to see you fall.
Connection.
They want to see you in the gutter.
Need power in obvious ways. They don't raise their voice. They lower your confidence. They don't change your body. They weaken your belief in your own perception. Manipulation.
I got my chicken and my skillet.
It does not aim to destroy you in one moment. It aims to reshape how you see yourself so that you become easier to control, easier to dominate.
You're like an easy target in their eyes. They get you once, they see that they got you, they're going to continue to come after you. They found your weakness, and they're going to play on that.
Doubt in the form of concern. I just worry about the choices you're making.
They you know good, guys.
So skillfully that after
I dealt with some demonic
the
spirits.
strongest minds start to question their own eyes. This is not just a psychological game. It is a spiritual drain, because manipulation is not about winning a discussion. It is about feeding the ego by shrinking the other person's light. When someone repeatedly diminishes
they want your light to die.
Make you feel guilty for
they don't want your light to shine.
Your growth while
they don't.
To support it.
They don't want nothing good for you.
This is spiritual warfare in disguise.
It's spiritual warfare in disguise.
Manipulators are not loud. They are calculated.
Very
they may never insult you openly, but they will constantly suggest that you are less.
Always making a good day a bad day.
Less balanced, less intelligent.
Because their sun don't shine. They don't want your sun to shine either.
So that your dependence on them grows and your trust in yourself fades. You see, if you stop trusting your own decisions, you will rely on theirs. That is how they gain power. Watch for repetition. Manipulation is not a one-time step. It is a pattern. Do they always deflect responsibility? Do they turn their apologies into weapons? I said I was sorry. What more do you want from me? Do they apologize only when it benefits them? Do they use your vulnerability against you later? Do they create confusion rather than resolution after every conflict? A true companion listens to understand.
A true companion listens to understand. If you go to your companion and you're telling them a problem you have and they make it worse than what it should have been, that's a demonic spirit.
Manipulator listens to find leverage.
They love to manipulate you.
For your emotions. A manipulator uses your emotions to guilt or control you. A loving presence.
They want to try to control you.
Think clearly, act freely.
Watch out for them demons. Because they live right among us, believe it or not.
To preserve the peace. That is not harmony. That is silent control. The key is not to react.
We like to do that silent control, guys. Ask God for discernment.
When you become aware of
to spot these demons.
To break. When you see it for what it is, not love, not care, not confusion, but consistent manipulation, you reclaim your mind. And when the mind is clear, the spirit can no longer be caged. Observe how often you feel the need to defend yourself around them. Pay attention to how much energy you spend explaining your intentions. Reflect on how often you feel emotionally exhausted after.
When you're talking to them and you're trying to explain yourself to them, they keep twisting and turning what you're saying. They are draining your emotions. They are draining your spirit. They're not hearing your point of view. That's a demonic spirit.
With them. These are not minor details. These are signs. The signs do not scream. They whisper. And they whisper until you are ready to listen. Not all darkness appears as chaos. Some darkness simply feels like emptiness. It does not come with noise, but with absence. It is not loud, but void. The most dangerous presence is not always the one that attacks you, but the one that slowly disconnects you from your inner light. There are people whose spirits no longer reach toward the light. They have chosen bitterness over growth, pride over humility, and control over connection. When such individuals walk into your life, their influence is not always.
Run! If they walk into your life, run the other direction. Ask God for discernment.
Until you begin to notice that
run.
Inner fire.
They don't mean you no good.
As it
Run.
used to be. The light within you is your connection to truth, peace, compassion, clarity. It is the pulse of your soul that tells you what feels aligned, what feels right, what brings meaning to your existence. But when you are surrounded by those who are disconnected from their own light, you begin.
And it's not even you. It's all about them. You have nothing to do with them.
You are being smothered by shadows.
It's problems they need to fix, but they want to put their problems on you to make you feel just as bad as they do. Trying to control you, control your thoughts, control your thinking. That's a demonic spirit, guys. Learn demonic spirit. They do not have your best interest at heart. Period. They
will
don't.
never meet you in your emotional depth, because to meet you there would require them to be in touch with something they've long buried. When a soul is disconnected from the light, empathy disappears. Gratitude becomes impossible. Every situation is filtered through a lens of cynicism and resentment. They cannot celebrate others because they are too busy counting what life has denied them. They cannot be free because they live in.
They're unhappy with themselves.
They cannot speak life into you because they are spiritually numb themselves. Over time, being close to such people feels like walking through a spiritual fog. You don't know exactly what's wrong, but something feels wrong. You feel emotionally flat. You begin to question your own excitement, your own visions, your own desires. Your spirit, which once soared, now settles. And the more time you spend with those disconnected from the light, the more your own light begins to flicker. You start to withdraw from what you love. You stop sharing your dreams. You censor your joy. You minimize your truth. And slowly, your inner world begins to mirror theirs, not because you have lost your path, but because you've allowed someone into your space who cannot walk in the sun and resents those who do. These individuals do not always intend to bring you down, but they live in darkness, and darkness does not tolerate light without trying to dim it. A disconnected soul cannot celebrate your healing. They cannot understand your compassion. They do not see your peace as strength. They see it as weakness. Your ability to forgive threatens them. Your capacity to rise unsettles them. Your resilience shines a mirror to their spiritual absence. And so,
I burnt my chicken a little bit,
not
damn
with
it.
kindness,
Run in my
but
mouth.
criticism. Not with curiosity, but contempt. They question your beliefs. They mock your optimism. They try to reduce your purpose to fantasy. And if you are not careful, you will begin to internalize their emptiness as your truth. You must understand this deeply. The light within you is sacred. It is not meant to be explained to those who refuse to see. It is not your duty to convince someone of their own blindness. It is your duty to protect your vision, because light cannot thrive in an environment that constantly demands its dimming. When someone is disconnected from the light, their presence becomes spiritually cold. You do not feel seen, only watched. You do not feel heard, only scanned. You do not feel safe, only tolerated. The warmth that normally flows from soul to soul is absent. In its place, you feel a hollow stillness that does not nurture, does not inspire, does not support. It simply takes up space while slowly draining your own vitality. Pay close attention to how people respond to your light. Not your success, not your status, but your spirit. Do they soften around your presence or harden? Do they lift you? Do they linger with indifference? Are they rooting for your expansion, or are they silently hoping you will shrink? When a person is
Demonic spirit wants you to shrink. They are not happy for your accomplishments, your accolades, because they have none of their own. They're not happy for you.
It draws people in with words that feel smooth,
Trust and believe that they ain't got shit going on for themselves.
that feels genuine. But charm, when used by someone disconnected from truth, becomes a mask. And the danger of this mask is that it fools the eyes, seduces the mind, and quiets the intuition. There are people in this world who have mastered the art of appearing kind. They know how to smile at the right moment.
Did you hear that? There are people in this world who have mastered the art of kindness. It's not real, guys. It's all fake. It's not who they really are.
You grow up to learn how to control and access your emotional gates. These people do not show you their truth. They show you what you want to see. And in those first few encounters, their presence may feel like comfort.
Yeah, I burnt my chicken a little bit.
But what you must understand is that truth
right in my mouth. I charred my chicken a little bit, but it's still gonna work. It's gonna work
Act of kindness does not define a kind person. One emotional gesture does not make someone emotionally intelligent. One honest conversation does not make someone trustworthy. Real character is not seen in what someone does once. It is found in what they do consistently. This is why it is dangerous to judge others by moments, because charm is not a reflection of integrity. It is often a practiced performance. Those who are skilled at manipulation know how to play roles. They wear empathy like clothing. They speak of growth without embodying it. They repeat spiritual phrases, motivational language, or emotional buzzwords, not because they live them, but because they know those words open doors into your life. If you only pay attention to how someone behaves when they want something, you will always be deceived. Watch how they act when there's nothing to gain. Watch how they respond when you set boundaries. Watch how they speak about others when those people are not present. Watch how they react to your success, your healing, your self-respect. These are the cracks where truth escapes and illusion fades. A person's pattern is the echo of their inner world. If they always play the victim, even when they are the cause of harm, that is not coincidence. It is a pattern. If they show deep affection when they fear losing you, but go cold once they feel secure again, that is not passion, it is control. If they build emotional closeness quickly but disappear when accountability appears, that is not vulnerability, it is performance. Charm alone is meaningless without consistency. Someone who genuinely cares will not only speak lovingly in the sunshine, they will show up with the same care in the storm. They will not only be generous when praised, they will give even when no one is watching.
They will give it when someone's watching, even when no one's watching.
You when you rise. This is how you know the presence is real. By the rhythm,
got some
not
fake
the
people
highlight.
out there, guys.
We live
Fake,
in a time
fake,
where image is worshipped,
fake.
where appearance
And I've dealt with a
replaces
few of them.
essence, where charisma is confused for character. But you must
Even
develop
today,
the ability to see beyond performance.
Fake.
Let the passage of time reveal
Demons.
people. Because while charm may convince the world, it cannot maintain a false image forever. Patterns always surface. Repetition always exposes truth. You must train your awareness to observe the rhythm of people, not the spikes. One kind word, one generous act, one emotional conversation. These do not define a person. What defines them is who they are in silence, in consistency, in the space between applause and attention. If their kindness disappears when challenged, it was never real. If their presence fades when your truth grows stronger, it was never grounded in love. And if their support only exists when they benefit, it was never support, it was self-interest in disguise. There are those who wear charm like a tool. They sharpen it to cut through your defenses. They polish it to blind you from their darkness. And they adjust it based on who they're with. Like a costume that changes for every audience. But your spirit must learn to listen beyond the tone, beyond the smile, beyond the well-timed gesture. It must pay attention to repetition, to reaction, to rhythm. Because charm without depth is a mask. And patterns, not moments, reveal the soul behind it. When true strength walks into the room, it brings people together. It encourages harmony. It nourishes trust.
Demonic spirits divide and conquer.
It allows others to breathe.
They divide
to
you.
Speak freely. To feel safe
in a room.
in
They
truth.
divide you among
But where there is
your loved
spiritual
ones.
corruption, the opposite happens.
They divide you among your
the
friends.
atmosphere becomes heavier. Tension begins to brew. Connections that once felt secure start to weaken. And where once there was unity, now there is division. There
Like
is
some
often
onion.
a tendency in the name of demons do not always appear as violent or aggressive. Often they work silently. Their goal is not just to destroy one person, but to fracture the entire structure of love that surrounds them. They do this not with open war, but with whispered chaos. They divide by spreading confusion. They divide by turning people against each other. They divide by inserting doubt, jealousy.
A demonic spirit would have you turn against your own family. They'll say, oh, your family don't love you. They don't come see you. They don't do this. They don't do that. What type of individual could say some stuff like that? That's horrible. But there are people out there will have you think no one loves you in this damn world. And those are called demonic spirits. Because they want you to believe that you're not valued. You're worth nothing to your own family members. And that's what they'll do.
Resentment and mistrust, drop by drop, until bonds that once felt sacred begin to crack without a visible cause. You must learn to recognize the subtle hand behind the disorder. Not everyone who smiles in front of you celebrates you behind your back. Not everyone who listens to your pain holds it with compassion. Some listen to gather ammunition. Some pretend to support only to plant seeds of conflict later.
Right.
And slowly, the relationships around you begin to feel unstable. Not because something is wrong with the bond, but because something external has been feeding poison into it. The energy of division is not hard to identify once you step back and observe patterns. Think carefully. Before this person entered the space, how did people relate to one another? Were you grounded in your friendships? Was your family more connected? Were your relationships built on trust? And since their arrival, what has changed? People carrying dark intentions thrive in environments of instability. They are uncomfortable with peace because
chaos, they thrive. And being chaotic. Those are demonic
so
spirits.
they stir unrest.
When they want to keep the house in such an aurora. When they don't want peace in the house. They always want to have conflict. You're dealing with demonic spirits who always like drama and chaos and trying to start petty shit with you that doesn't need to be started with you. Those are demonic spirits. Okay? Ask God for discernment. Get rid of them motherfuckers.
This is the hallmark of a divisive presence. They are always involved in tension, but never seem to take responsibility for it.
Never take responsibility for it.
Always misunderstood, always just trying to help. But if you look closely, you'll see that where they walk, relationships suffer, connections break, love is questioned, peace is replaced with gossip, doubt, and emotional exhaustion. Do not be fooled by kindness that comes with strings attached. Do not be impressed by someone who seems to know everything about everyone. Do not trust those who constantly bring problems but never solutions, who point fingers but never reflect, who claim loyalty but cannot stand to see others thrive in unity. Because true strength unites, true love protects, true presence nurtures peace.
On these potatoes.
Divisive energy isolates people. It makes you question those you once trusted. It turns your attention towards small things, petty comparisons, subtle resentments. And while you are busy defending yourself, repairing damage, or clearing misunderstandings, the one who caused the fracture quietly watches, satisfied with the disruption. This is how demons operate. Not through fear alone, but through fragmentation. They do not need to attack you directly. They only need to disconnect you from those who uplift you. Once you're isolated, you are easier to influence, easier to manipulate, easier to break. And that is always the goal. To cut the cords that tie you to truth, to compassion, to clarity. Ask yourself, who in your life stirs more conflict than calm? Who constantly puts people
I could name a few that serves more conflict than calm.
But
Yeah, they like drama, honey.
Drama, always manages to shift blame, always has a new story, always plays a different role, depending on who is present. These are not random personality traits. These are the fingerprints of a spirit that is not at peace and does not want anyone else to be.
Doesn't mean my spirit ain't at peace.
Protect your relationships by protecting your environment. When someone brings division, it does not matter how charming they are, how close they once were, or how subtle their influence is. What matters is the result of their presence. If it consistently results in tension, suspicion, and separation, then you are not dealing with a misunderstanding. You are dealing with spiritual misalignment masquerading as friendship. Because demons do not build, they break. They do not connect.
Did you hear that?
They separate.
Demons do not build,
they
break.
They divide.
They
True
divide.
connection does not make you shrink. It expands you. It invites you to breathe deeper, stand taller, speak more clearly. When someone is aligned with your spirit, their presence feels like permission. Permission to be real, to be seen, to be honest. But when the energy is dark, when it carries hidden agendas, unresolved pain, or demonic intention, it does not give you wings. It changes your voice. It does not make you feel alive.
I met a few of those.
To be who you are.
They don't want you to be who you are. They don't want you to be happy. They want to break your spirit. I met a few of those in my life. Probably still in my life.
That controls. There is a difference between being challenged and being suppressed. A loving presence may confront you, may correct you, but it never seeks to silence your essence. A dark presence does not empower, it suffocates. You begin to censor your thoughts, walk on emotional eggshells, minimize your truth just to keep the peace.
Just to
Ask
keep
yourself,
the peace.
why do I feel smaller around this person? Why do I hesitate to express joy?
I hope y'all heard that in the back. Why do you feel smaller around that person that's in your presence? Why do you feel smaller? Because you're dealing with a demonic spirit that has just came in front of you trying to drain every little drop of everything that's good in you. They're trying to drain it out of you and make you feel this little. But they don't want you to be happy.
Or speak of growth or assert boundaries? Why do I feel like I am always bracing for criticism, withdrawal, or emotional punishment? If the answer is not love, it is fear. And fear is not the fruit of a healthy connection. It is a signal that something sacred is being violated in silence. When you are in the presence of someone who carries this spiritual poison, you will notice a quiet erosion of your personal power. You start doubting your decisions. You wait for their approval before moving forward. You filter your words to avoid triggering their insecurity or anger. You internalize their moods and make their emotional state your responsibility. This is not care. It is captivity. Fear-based control does not always look like aggression. Often, it wears the face of concern. I'm only saying this because I care about you. But their care always comes with a condition. Obey, comply, conform. And if you don't, they punish you with silence, withdrawal, shame, or passive aggression.
Somebody like that.
Over time, you begin to lose your voice. Not because it's gone, but because you've been taught it's not safe to use.
I know somebody
Freedom
like
in a
that.
relationship is not the absence of challenge. It is the presence of safety. A safe connection does not demand perfection. It allows mistakes, it invites questions, it welcomes differences. But when fear is present, freedom dies. Your inner compass stops working because someone else has slowly replaced your sense of self with their own narrative. You no longer ask, is this right for me? You ask, will they be okay with this? This is how darkness spreads. Not always with threats, but with subtle spiritual dominance. You begin to trade authenticity for approval. You begin to wear masks, not to protect yourself from the world, but to survive within your own relationships. And the most tragic part is, you begin to believe this is love. But love does not
Y'all better listen up in the back. I'm sure y'all have dealt with people like that.
It respects.
I know I have.
Love does not intimidate. It invites. Spiritual freedom is not a luxury. It is your natural state. You are not born to walk in fear of rejection.
That's
to
right.
calculate every word, to shapeshift your identity just to be accepted.
People trying to control
The
you.
presence of fear is the clearest indicator that something is wrong.
That's
Not
right.
just emotionally, but energetically. When someone carries unresolved wounds, unhealed darkness, or demonic energy, they will not seek connection. They will seek control. And control.
And they're not happy with
breeds
themselves.
Fear, not the kind that keeps you safe,
They want to
but the
control
kind
you.
that keeps you
They're
silent.
not happy with them.
You will fear their moods, their opinions,
You'll
their
feel their mood
judgments.
swings.
You will avoid being too happy.
You'll avoid being too happy just to
because your
pacify
expansion
them.
threatens their sense of dominance.
And why
You
should
will
that be?
feel
You
like
should
your
not have to
spirit
do that.
must become
Because
smaller
they lost
so
their
they can
way,
feel
and you
big enough
found
to
your
see.
way.
Your soul was
They gotta
never
find
meant
their
to
own way.
exist in a space where it must shrink in order to feel safe.
Right.
Real connection is freedom. Real love makes space for your light.
Okay,
Real
guys, so what I'm
presence
gonna do...
allows you to evolve without fear of abandonment or punishment. But when the energy is dark, it will always remind you, directly or indirectly, that you are only welcome if you remain who they want you to be. This is the root of fear-based presence. Not love, but control.
Not love, guys.
Familiar clothing.
It's not love. So I'm gonna put these in here, and then I'm gonna season them a little bit.
Have you ever met a woman who doesn't need to speak loudly, yet her presence silences the entire room? A woman whose energy feels calm but unshakable, as if she's protected by something greater than herself. That is not luck. That is spiritual power. It cannot be bought, imitated, or faked. It radiates from a depth that life itself has shaped, tested, and purified. And here is the question I want you to reflect on. Are you merely living, or are you awakening the unseen power that lives within you? Because once a woman begins to walk in her true spiritual strength, the world around her begins to shift. Today, I will reveal 6 unseen marks of women with high spiritual power. And as you listen, ask yourself quietly, do these marks live within me? There is a quiet kind of strength that doesn't need to be announced. It doesn't shout, it doesn't compete, and it doesn't try to prove its worth to the world. When you meet such a woman, you can feel her energy before she even speaks. She carries peace, not noise. Her presence itself feels like still water, calm, reflective, and grounding. This kind of peace is not given, it is earned. It is built through countless moments of choosing to respond instead of react, of remaining centered when everything around her tries to pull her off balance. She has learned that peace is not the absence of chaos, it is the mastery of her inner world while chaos exists around her. You see, the world rewards loudness, attention, and display, but the spiritually awakened woman understands that true power moves in silence. She no longer wastes her energy trying to convince anyone. She no longer feels the need to explain her peace to people who thrive on conflict. She has realized that the one who controls her peace controls her energy, and the one who controls her energy controls her destiny. So she has taken back that control, step by step, moment by moment. Her calmness is her weapon, because when everyone else is reacting, she is breathing. While others are rushing to defend themselves, she is listening, not to respond, but to understand. She knows that anger, jealousy, and fear are lower vibrations that cannot reach her if she remains in alignment. And so she practices restraint, not because she is weak, but because she understands energy exchange. Every reaction costs her power, and she refuses to spend her power cheaply. This is what makes her presence magnetic. People don't know why they feel drawn to her. They just do. Because she radiates stability in an unstable world. Her energy says, you are safe here. Her silence says, I am not moved by chaos. Her peace speaks louder than words ever could. And yet, that same peace that draws people in also exposes them. When she walks into a room, energy shifts. People who carry honesty and goodness feel calm around her, while those who carry deceit or insecurity begin to feel uneasy. This is the unseen power that few understand. Her energy exposes intentions without confrontation. She doesn't need to call out lies or manipulation. They reveal themselves in her presence. Because her vibration is pure, it acts like a mirror. It reflects back the truth to If you're a woman in your late 40s, 50s, or early 60s, you've probably noticed something frustrating. You don't feel like yourself anymore. Watch this every day and change your life. Most people wait for life to change.
So this is a one-pan meal, guys. So I put my potatoes, my bell peppers, my carrots, my onions all here. And then I put some nice seasoning. So now I'm going to put my chicken on top of here. Okay? Alright, so I got my chicken. I kind of squashed it a little bit. It's still going to work out, baby. Watch and see. So it's not fully cooked. You just lay your chicken on just like this. This is a one-pan meal. Then make a pot of rice on the side. Now you're going to take all these good juices because there's a lot of flavor in this pan and sprinkle it all over, just like this. A lot of flavor. You want to get all that flavor. You there? That's how you do it. That's how you do the damn thing. The doggone thing. That's how you do it. You see how I did that? Looks good, right? A one-pan meal. Look at that. Good. So this is going to go in the oven and let it cook, guys. Then make you a pot of rice to go with this. Gonna be so good, so yummy. Gonna be yummy. This is Sunday's dinner. You're not using pots for this. You're using one pan. You got your potatoes, your onions, your bell peppers. You got your uh, carrots, all in here, all seasoned. And then you sear your chicken. Put your chicken on top. I'm gonna put a foil on here, and everything's gonna cook. I just pre-seared my chicken, a little bit dark, but I like it. I like it crispy, guys. So I'm gonna put a piece of foil over this. I'm gonna put this in the oven and let it everything else cook, just like that. You know, who wants to be in the kitchen all day on a Sunday? I know I don't. So, I try to find the easiest recipes that's going to be also good, also yummy for Sunday's dinner. So I'm going to make some yellow rice with this, and we're going to have a nice salad, and voila, maybe some toasted garlic bread. That's dinner, guys. That's Sunday's dinner. Yes. I get it done early, guys, so I can go and watch me a nice movie on Netflix. Get it done and out the way. Get it done. Get it done and out the way. And now I'm going to make me a little breakfast because the girl is hungry. I haven't eaten anything for breakfast yet. So I might make a little small pot of grits. I don't know. And some eggs for breakfast. Being that it is Sunday. So I might do that. I gotta find my yellow rice. Let me see what yellow rice I'm gonna use. Yeah, here's some rice. I actually like that rice better though. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna make a pot of rice to go with this. It's gonna be a good meal. I like the way this rice cooks. I'm not a rice cooker, guys. I swear I'm not. But I find when I make this rice, it comes out perfect. This one right here. So I'm gonna make a little small pot of rice to go with this. I'm gonna put it on the oven now. So the gravy from this is gonna go on top of the rice. You don't even have to make no other gravy, because this is gonna make gravy itself. So you have all those juices and flavors up in here. That's how you do that. That's how you do that thing. Let me see here. Find my measuring thing. I got all my stuff yesterday. Good. I ain't know what to. I ain't know what shit else. had to pay $300 over. I'm done for the month. Shit, I can't buy nothing else with that doggone scooter bill. That really got me good. What? Give what back to me? I got it. No, it's in the store already. The new, I got the old battery. No, I needed it anyway. I would have had to buy one this year anyway. So I bought it early. It was almost out. He tested it. So I really trying to, by November, I would have had to buy a new battery anyway. So I just got it early. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to buy one for another 2 to 3 years. It lasts about that long. But he did some more free. Where I got the freebie is when he found out why it wasn't really working, and he fixed it, and he gave me a freebie on the house. I didn't have to pay any extra money because he said, only because of you. I'm not gonna charge you no more. So it's good to have clout. My God, it's good that people like you. They give you a little discount, you know? You know, me and that Chinese guy, we go at it sometimes. But I know he likes me. So I don't take it serious. So I'm gonna put some rice on, guys. I'm gonna measure my rice. Let me see here. So I have to use 2.5 cups of water, tablespoon of salt in a saucepan, bring to boil. All right, so let's get our water going here. That's 2.5 cups of water. I want to make more rice, so I'm gonna use 4 and a 4. 4. I'm using warm hot water. Put it in my pot. That's 2 cups right there. Now I need a 4 and another 4. Let's get this rolling. I need a 4 and another 4. I'm gonna put this rice to boil while I wash this skillet up. So I'm gonna add some salt to my rice, my boiling water of it. I'm gonna bring this to a boil. All right. So I'm gonna let my water boil for my rice. I'm gonna clean up the skillet. Let's get a spoon for our rice. Turkey bacon. I'm gonna let it thaw out a little bit. All right, so got our water almost boiling over here. In the meantime, I'm gonna make me some bacon and have it with a little grits and eggs, and that's breakfast. So let's find some grits, guys. Let's eat some hominy grits. Good. I'm gonna make some grits. Just got dinner. Now I'm making breakfast. Got our hominy grits right here. Got a pot of grits on the stove. Ooh, baby, we eating today. Good. We eating today, guys. Oh my god. Put this bacon on. Let's put this over here for a minute. Put all this stuff back. Get our pot for our grits. Now I usually eyeball the water for the grits. I never measure it. I just pour the water on in there. Because with grits, you're gonna need a lot of water. You know, you're constantly pouring and stirring, pouring and stirring. We got our water for our grits. Add a little salt. You can either use the kosher salt or the regular salt for your grits. Let's get our bacon washed up. I like to wash my bacon before I put it in the skillet because bacon has a lot of sodium on it. I'm going to wash that up real quick. So we got some bacon here. I'm going to have about 4 slices. It's good enough for me. About, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can rinse that off. Get all that sodium off your bacon. You don't need all that sodium. Pat my bacon dry. Always wash your bacon, guys. Get that sodium off of it. It's no good. No good. All right, so my pan is ready for my bacon. Let's get it popping. I got bacon in my skillet. Our water's boiling for our rice. Hold on, let me turn the smoke detector off. And turn the smoke detector off. It goes off at the littlest thing. Okay, so we're waiting for our water to boil. This is thawed already. Look at that. Look how fast that is. Didn't take long. Once you put this under that boiling water, you are good to go. All bacon. So we're gonna have bacon, turkey bacon, hominy grits. This is my dinner on a bed of potatoes, bell peppers, carrots, onions, seared chicken. This will be going into the oven. That's dinner. So I'm whipping up my delicious breakfast. Yeah. So I'm making a pot of rice. I got my water boiling over here. Let's see how my water's doing. Okay, so the rice water is boiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop. So this is a measuring cup that goes to 2 cups. So go ahead and put that in, just like that. Add this to my pot. Turn down the other one. And go ahead and stir that rice. I usually like to keep stirring the rice to make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. Let's check out bacon. Bacon, waking. Bacon looking good. Bacon make the house smell so good. Oh my god. It smells so good, guys. Ooh, wait. Get that bacon cooked. Stir up my rice. So now I'm going to get this turkey bacon together because the bacon is almost done. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did there. I'm going to wash it up. About 5 slices of the turkey bacon. Bacon's almost done. Get a napkin, put that bacon on. All right, so we got our bacon. So now I'm going to put that turkey bacon on. And the water for the grits is boiling. Let me check this rice. I'm going to turn this down and put a lid on it in a minute. So now I'm going to dry up this turkey bacon because it's ready to go on the skillet as well. All right, so let's get this dry, pat it dry, just like that. Okay, and pat down your bacon. Got a delicious bacon. I don't need that much. Just a little bit for me. So our rice is doing good. I'm going to turn it down and put the lid over the rice. Got my lid over here. Gonna turn up the grits fire, get that rolling. Then we're gonna add this turkey bacon. All right, the grits water is boiling. Okay, let's get that on and popping, whopping. So I'm gonna add me some grits to my boiling water. So these are our grits. I'm gonna add some cheese in there. It's gonna be oh so good, oh so yummy. All right, let's take our turkey bacon and put it in the skillet. You see how fast the water absorbs the grits? You're always going to need some more water. So now it's getting that thickened consistency. Got to add some water. Got a turkey bacon sizzling. Turn that fire up a little bit. Constantly watch these grits. You don't watch your grits, you're going to have lumpy grits and stiff grits. You always got to keep your eyes on your grits. That's the key. And the key to grits is stirring, keep your eyes on it, and add a lot of water. You see, I just added water. Look how thick it got again. And I just added water. Got to add some more water. So in the meantime, while that's doing that, I'm going to shred some cheese so we can go on our grits. Let me get some cheese, guys, and we're going to shred some cheese. Go in our grits. Check out turkey bacon. See how it's doing. Got that turkey bacon smelling good. Ooh, baby, it's smelling good in Cassie's kitchen. Stir up these grits. Turkey bacon popping whopping. You know, the way I make my turkey bacon, it's going to be so nice and crispy. I love it when it's crispy like that. We're going to put our bacon on here. All right, got our turkey bacon done. I'm going to wash the skillet. Turn this down low because we're going to be making some delicious cheese eggs. So the bacon's done. The turkey bacon's done. I'm going to shred some cheese to go in our grits and also our eggs. See how these grits are doing? Alright, so let's shred us some cheese to go in our grits. Got some nice cheese right here. Take that out. Bam. We got our shredder. Go ahead and shred you some cheese. Check my grits in a minute. Make sure they're not getting too thick. You don't want your grits to be too thick. So I'm going to put these in our grits. So we got our grits here. I'm going to add this cheese to our grits. Just like that. It makes it nice and creamy when you add that cheese. So I'll put this back on the fire. So I'm going to do a little bit more cheese to go in the eggs. All right, looking good. There we go. beautiful. That's enough of that. So these are going into two separate places. Put this on that side, like that. So I'm gonna put this cheese back. Now with this, actually that goes here. Now we're gonna do the eggs. All right, put cheese back. All right, so let me get some eggs. I got some eggs. Okay, so now we're gonna crack them open. All right, cool. Got our eggs done. Add a little salt. A little salt in there. And some black pepper. I'm gonna add a little cheese up in there. I got this much cheese. Go ahead and put that in there just like that. And we're gonna whip it up. All right. All right, now I'm gonna add some butter to our skillet. Take some butter and add it to the skillet. Grits are looking good. They smell good too. Okay, getting my skillet ready for my eggs. So let me get my plates because as soon as the eggs are ready, Cassie's ready to plate her breakfast. I got my dinner all ready. I'm getting ready to pop this in the oven. I'm going to put some foil over here, and this is going in the oven. We're ready to add our eggs to this. It's on the stove. Let her cook. All right, our eggs are looking good. Now these eggs are looking good. All right, let me get some plates, guys, because we're getting ready to plate this plate. Plate our plates. Eggs are looking good, right? Look at that. All right, let's get our stuff together to plate the plates. All right, the eggs are done. They smell so good. Eggs are done. grits are done, looking good. All right, let me get a couple of plates. We're gonna plate this up. Let me put the foil over here and cover this up so that can go in the oven. That's dinner. Got dinner and breakfast done at the same time. So you have the rest of the day for yourself. Got some plates. All right, time to plate the plates. Put some cheese on this plate. I like butter on my plate. This person likes cheese on their plate. I like butter. I like butter. So this one's mine. This is someone else's. They love butter. Hey, good morning. What's up, family and peace, glam? Top of the morning, guys. Happy Sunday. Cassie's been cooking in this kitchen, guys. You feel me? How y'all doing this morning? Thanks for jumping on. Dinner is ready, glam. I got potatoes, carrots, bell peppers. I got onions on top of my seared chicken. All of this is going in the oven, girl. So dinner's done. And now breakfast. Bam. How's everybody? I'm so glad to see you guys. I am super, super tired today, guys. I'm not going to lie. I had a day yesterday. Ooh, boy. Cassie is tired. But you know what? I got to eat, right? So I got to eat. I got to still get in this kitchen and cook. So we got our delicious eggs. Put some more on my plate. More eggs here. And a little bit for me. The rest is for me. Just like that. Glam, that Michael Jackson movie and Family Love. Y'all got Leah. Y'all got to go see that Michael Jackson movie. Hey, sweetheart, Leah. I don't know where you been. It's been a long time since you've been on my live, girl. You abandoned me. That's what you really did. Leah, why did you abandon me? Hmm? I love you too. I love you, Leah. Ooh, ooh. I love you, Leah. Don't abandon me no more. You hear me? Else I'm gonna come on that phone and get you. Don't do it, Leah. Don't do it. What y'all cooking for breakfast this morning? That's right. I'm gonna come to that phone and get you. Why you keep abandoning me, huh? You don't like my lives or something? How that's looking, guys? Yummy, yummy. All right, so let's put some bacon and some turkey bacon. Don't do it again, Leah. Don't do it. You hear me? Don't do it. All right, so the turkey bacon is his. So I'm going to add some turkey. I kind of burnt it a little bit, but who cares? That's his. Turkey bacon on both sides. Like that. Look at that breakfast. Ooh, wee boy. I said, I've been doing stuff. I went through a lot. You told me a little bit of it. That's all good for you, right? Everything good now? You told me a little bit when I was on live before. I hope all that's straight. You told me it was straightened out. I'm so happy. Yeah, stay out of that stuff. You don't want nothing to do with that. That's negative energy. That's negative vibes. That's negative all around. You don't want anything to do with that. Period. Now this is my bacon, guys. Ooh wee. Cassie's eating up in this doggone kitchen. And that's my bacon. Mm. I don't do YouTube no more. I only go to positive lives like yours. Amen. Thank you. But you know what? There is a lot of negative stuff on YouTube. But I think the positive outweighs the negative. Because I'm that way too. I don't want stuff to keep draining my energy. Because I'm a positive type of being, you know. So I try to look around for some positive stuff to feed my spirit, you know. You want the same. I'm on my way. Oh, come on and get it, girl. Here you go. Which one you want? You want the one with the cheese grits? Or you want the one with the butter? Which one you want? This one or this one? Now let me make a quick video. You know I gotta make my video, Leah. Hold your horses, girl. I gotta make my video for YouTube. Because I've been cooking in this damn kitchen shit. Oh, you want them both? Oh, you trying to be greedy. Leah trying to be greedy, damn it. All right, let me make my video, sweetheart. Hold your horses. Happy Sunday, everyone. It's Cassie. And Cassie's in the kitchen, and I'm really cooking, guys. Just made this fabulous breakfast for the two of us. My plate has bacon, cheese, eggs, and grits and butter. The other one has cheese, eggs, turkey bacon, and cheese grits. Ooh, baby. Cassie's really cooking in this kitchen. But you think I'm done? Do you really think I'm done? Well, think again. What's over here? Ooh, we guys, what is over here? This is a one dish meal for dinner later. You have your potatoes on the bottom. You have your carrots. You have your bell peppers. You have your onions and the delicious seasoning on this seared chicken. This is about to go in the oven, bake for like an hour, 30 minutes, guys, and dinner is done. But in the meantime, are you checking out the breakfast? Cassie is feasting on this Sunday morning, guys. All right, I gotta go before those grits get cold. Talk to you later. It's breakfast time. Ciao. I did my video. You know I gotta do that video, girl. Gotta do the video for the YouTubers. Let me just do this real quick. Leah, I'm so tired. Do you hear me? Yesterday, I went to see the Michael Jackson movie, and I went live. Everything was beautiful, right? I rode my scooter up there. If you go back to my lives, you can see me there, right? So the movie's over. I said, okay, let me do a video and do a review for the YouTubers. So I did that. So in the meantime, one of my vendor friends was watching my scooter while I was in the movie for 2 hours. Came out. Got my scooter. It's running fine, right? Go to the beauty supply store, park my scooter right in front of the store. No problems. Went and got the things that I need out of the beauty supply store. Came back, got my scooter, rode over to the state building, sat down a moment, drank a little coffee. So now I'm getting back on my scooter and the shit won't start. Something's wrong with my motor scooter. It won't budge. I'm all the way on 125th Street. I have a long way to get home. So I start praying to God. I said, God, I don't know what's going on here, but I can't walk this. I got heels on. I got boots with heels on like this, Leah. Like this. So I start praying to the Lord. So I jumped back on the scooter and it started to move. That didn't last long. I got 3 blocks over and it conked out on me again. Sweetheart, I had to walk that thing all the way, miles, about a mile to the next bike shop, get a new battery. I had heels on. My feet was crying. I'm crying. My back is hurting. My feet is hurting. Can't wait to get there. Get to the bike shop. They moved. They're not there anymore. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? So I call him on the phone. I said, yo, where are you? I'm here with a dead battery. I had to walk this scooter miles to get to you in hills, and you're not even here anymore. It's abandoned building. Where are you? He says 3 blocks up. I said, oh God, thank you. I said, God, thank you. I can do the 3 blocks up. So I get there. He looks at the scooter. He said, you need a new battery. It's going to cost you $300. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. I said, I had a fabulous day at the movies. To come to the end of this, where I have to walk in hills, my back is hurting, get to the bike shop, they move, had to walk 3 more blocks to the new place. Then I get there, he says, you need a new battery, you got to pay $300. I said, what a hell of a freaking day I had. It's Michael Jackson's fault for me going to see that movie. It's his fault, Leah. So anyway, I ended up paying the $300. He fixed my scooter, rode it home. Everything was good. I had to come home and soak my feet, girl. I have a big knot on my fucking toe from walking. And my feet hurting, pulling that scooter for a mile to get to his bike place. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. All right. I'm going to share this to YouTube. There we go. All right. So what did you say, sweetheart? Don't post it yet, Auntie. Make a song. Make a song? It's too late. Wait a minute. What song you want me to make? And who told you I was a singer? And who told you I was a singer, Leah? Leah, who told you I was a singer, girl? On the good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet ship to the candy shop where Bum Bum plays on the top of the Milky Way. Is that what you want me to do? Now, you know I hurt your ears, right? I remember you told me your camera shy. I was like, show that beautiful face. No, I don't do that. I don't even FaceTime with my family. I don't I don't need to do that. You need to see what's going on here. I show you this one eye. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get, Leah. That one eye. I ain't giving you nothing else. But that one eye. That's it. That's the most I'm gonna show. If you want to see my full body, go to my videos. You'll see everything. You'll see me from the head to the toe. I'll show myself on my videos, but on live, I think you should concentrate on this. I'm not important for you to be looking at my face and stuff unless I'm sitting down and having a real conversation with you. And that's what it is without me doing all these other things. But I'm truly on live to show you different cooking techniques of what I do. So I think that's more important than seeing this face. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, girl. That's just my opinion. All right, so Leah, let me take this breakfast to my man. I'll be right back. I got these covers here to keep the food nice. See there? And breakfast is served, darling. Voila. I'll be right back. Let me take him his food. Don't go anywhere. Bam. Yeah, be careful with that thing, though. No, not that. Now hold it because the thing will flip up. Hold that. Hold it. Why you flip it back up? Because you know it's effective. Now flip it up. Let me see this. Yeah, fine. All right. Okay, good. You don't listen very well either. A hard head makes a soft ass. That's what I always say. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm back. Oh, oh, Cassie's back. Cassie's back. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up. My beautiful dinner. I'm gonna put this in the oven and let it cook. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clean this kitchen up and I'm turning on Netflix. And I'm gonna find me a good movie while my dinner is cooking, while I'm eating my breakfast. And Cassie's going to relax for the rest of the doggone day. I'm gonna relax for the rest of the doggone day. Hey, I'm gonna relax. Hey, for the rest of the doggone day. What you saying, honey? So I need to see your face, not the food. It's making me hungry. I can't cook like that. Like you're amazing and beautiful in God's image. And so are you, Leah. And so are you. At least you get to see this one eye. You're not happy with the one eye, Leah. You're not happy. You're not happy with the one eye. You can be happy with the one eye, Leah. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Be happy with what you got. Be happy with what you got, girl. Cause Cassie ain't giving you nothing else. Just call me Lefty One Eye. Lefty One Eye, baby. Give me one eye. All right, guys. So I'm gonna put this in the oven for at least an hour and a half. Okay, just gonna go in the oven for an hour and a half, and dinner will be served. Left Eye, I love her from TLC. You know, she was She was adventurous. I tell you, I liked her too. She, how can I say? She was a no holds bars type of chick. Whatever she wanted to do, left I did it. I like that. And I'm kind of like that too. Anything, if I plant the seed in my mind that I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I didn't like a job, I would quit it and go find me another one more challenging. I was always this adventurous person myself, especially in my 20s. You couldn't stop me. Honey, I, I was a shaker and a mover in my 20s. If I didn't like something, I just leave it and go to the next thing. I didn't care. But I'll tell you one thing: when I left a good job to go to the next one, I always advanced myself. I never went backwards. The money always went up. The position always went up. Yeah. So I was fortunate in that area, you know. So let me put this in the oven. I'll be right back. All right, let me rinse this out. I'm back. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you. So, Leah, what's on your agenda today, love? What you gonna be doing? Out here is a beautiful day. It's like 60 something degrees over here. How's your weather where you are? It nice? Ooh-wee. I'm gonna let this soak. Check on my rice, guys. Wash these dishes up. Put that butter back. Leah, I forgot where you're from. Where you're from now? You told me before. Where are you from? Stop teasing me, Auntie, with that food. I know, Leah, Leah. That's my job. Come on, get you a fork. Get you some grits, honey. Get you Ohio. I thought it was Ohio. You know, it just came to my mind. I said, I think she said Ohio. How's the weather in Ohio today? Look at them eggs, Leah. Look. Ooh, wee girl. Ooh, wee, Leah. Go get you some, girl. Oh, you got 60? It's 64 here today. But I'm not going outside today. I'm a little tired. Um, I did a lot yesterday, and with that walking and stuff, it really messed up my foot. So I'm gonna have to soak my foot in some Epsom salt, and just chill out for the day. And hopefully tomorrow I'm ready to get back on the road and do what I need to do. But today is not a good day for me to go out. My feet is still hurting, and my back aches a little bit. So I'm gonna have to put on my back brace for a little bit and straighten that out, and just soak my feet and put on the Netflix and find a good movie. That's gonna be my day. Oh no! Oh no! Who? No, I'm not doing that. That's ketchup on the grits? No, I can't do that. You know, some people put sugar on grits. I don't even like the sugar on the grits. The most I like is a little salt and butter. My man likes the cheese on the grits, which it does taste good. Cheese grits are delicious, you know? Oh, on the eggs? No, I don't want. Nah, no, no, no. I can't do that because what's gonna happen? It's gonna get into my grits, and then I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like the way it looks either. I can't, Leah. I can't do that. No, I won't do it. I won't do it, girl. I won't do it. I won't do it. No, you said the eggs, but look, if I do that, I normally stir my eggs in my grits, so I mix it all together. Imagine if I had the ketchup on the eggs and then I mixed it. Oh, that's not a very good look. That ain't a good look, Leah. I won't do it. You know what? A lot of people do. Now, ironically, if I did a sandwich, Leah, I would put the ketchup on the eggs if I had a sandwich, like toasted bread. I had some bacon and some eggs. I would put a little hot sauce and I put ketchup on it. But like this, I can't do it because I don't want it to go on my grits. But a sandwich, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Yes, yes. Oh my God, yes. Oh, I'm gonna make some delicious corn, creamy corn. You gotta be here for that live. You might want to make that yourself. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna have some barbecue chicken. I'm gonna have the whole nine. You know, cause summer's coming. We gotta put that grill on, girl. Get it cooking, wooking, wooking. Getting that barbecue going, Leah. You gotta get the grill popping. I have a nice stove grill, so I'm a girl. I'm gonna start doing a lot of barbecuing. I'm gonna do a lot of barbecuing. Mix that up with cornbread and some beans. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Is that one of your favorite meals? Is that one of your favorites? Is that one of your favorites? What's your favorite food in the world, Leah? What is your favorite dish in the world? What is your ultimate favorite? That you said, oh my God, that's so good. I gotta have it again. What's your favorite? Oh, I gotta make this again and again and again. What would that be? I gotta make it again and again and again. What would that be? What would that be? I love my biscuits and gravy. Oh, baby. I love me some biscuits and gravy too. You already know I like biscuits and gravy up in Cassie's Way house. Yes, baby. I love me some biscuits and gravy. Oh my God. You get that biscuit and you dip it in that gravy and good. Man, that's good. I haven't made that in a long time, Leah. You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I have never, and I want to try this on live because I always want to do it. I have never made homemade biscuits in my life, and I want to try to make some homemade biscuits. I've never done it. You make homemade biscuits? I've never tried that. I want to make me some homemade biscuits. You know, my family, I used to watch my grandmother in the kitchen making them homemade biscuits, girl, and I never got the recipe from her. But some of my family have it. It's like a special recipe that we have through the family. So I gotta get it so I can make it. I made taco soup. That was good. It was low sodium milk for my husband. Oh, Leah, that's fantastic. Taco soup. I've never had that before. I've never had that. That sounds delicious. So you had the ground beef. What did you put in there? Ground beef, bell peppers, onions, you all the tomato sauces. Okay. You could toast your gravy and sometimes biscuits. Okay. Okay. Oh, but I want to make homemade biscuits. We're gonna learn together. I'm gonna do it on live. We all gotta learn how to make homemade biscuits. I'm gonna do that on live, Leah. Thank you for bringing that up because I've always wanted to do that. I've never made homemade biscuits. Never. And I watched my family for multiple years in the kitchen making the homemade biscuits, and I never tried it. I just never tried it. I never tried it myself. I put salt on my corn and beans and turkey and tomatoes, and we put beef broth in there to soak the seasoning in. Ooh, ooh. What type of beans do you use? Like the kidney beans or something? Is it kidney beans? That sounds delicious. That's what you use? Kidney beans? That sounds delicious. That sounds yummy. What you say? He can't have a lot of salt. He has, yeah, high blood pressure. No, no, definitely not. Mm-mm. Don't mess with that. Yeah, keep him on a good diet, Leah. Yeah, two of my friends, had the high blood pressure. And so, they put on the pills and it went down for them. Thank God. So, yeah, keep him on that low sodium. Yeah. He don't have diabetes or anything, just the high blood pressure. Yeah. You know what, Leah? These men better kiss the ground a woman walks on because thank God for us taking care of them. Because sometimes the men don't know how to take care of themselves. Oh, since he was 18? Oh, thank God. No, you don't want that. Oh, no. No. That runs in my family, the diabetes, but thank God I don't have it. Thank God. Look, thank God I don't have that. Ooh, thank God. Thank God. I don't want that. I do not want that. I definitely don't want that. But I myself, I have a gene that makes too much cholesterol. He is 34 years old. His birthday is No! That's my sister's birthday. January 12th. And you the 10th? Both of y'all Capricorns? What? Yeah, y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all Capricorns ain't no joke, honey. Y'all know how to make that money. Y'all are career driven. Capricorns are hungry and career driven. Y'all like the money. You like to do things with the money. You like to live good. Am I right or wrong? I know how you Capricorns are. Y'all are goal driven people. And you know how to get that money. In a good way. In a good way. Yeah, my sister is the 12th. And honey, she has a master's degree. She has a master's. And she went to school to be a journalist. So when she finished college, she actually got that journalist job. Yeah. He makes. Okay, okay, okay. That's okay, okay. Look, that's good. Yeah, my man works hard. He's a maintenance man at McDonald's. Yeah, that's a good price. Yeah. Look, a lot of people can get that. A lot of people are making $10 an hour, $8 an hour, $7 an hour. Your man making good money, Leah. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Because it's hard out here, Leah. It's so hard. So hard. So hard. Yeah, you making good money, honey. God bless him. God bless the both of y'all. God bless the both of y'all, Leah. because it's very, food alone is so expensive, Oh, God. Oh, my God. But he has to do it. When you do the things and a baby comes out of it, that's what you have to do. Well, I'm proud that he's taking control of that responsibility because the baby didn't ask to come in the world. So if the baby's in the world, you have to take care of the baby. So he's doing the right thing, Leah. Don't worry about that. You have a good man. Y'all guys together have kids? So y'all have kids? Oh, you got that car, Auntie, that I said we didn't have. Oh yeah? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You guys got kids together, Leah? You and your husband? Y'all got children together? We got that. Okay. Yeah, I said. Oh, you have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. Okay. Oh, girl, you're busy. You're busy, Leah. Melody and Aurora. That's beautiful names. You told me that before. But see, when you don't come on much, I forget. Sometimes I forget some of the people who were there in the beginning. You came on in the beginning when I first started back coming live at YouTube. So if I don't see you much, I'm going to forget about some things. I'm only human, girl. I'm going to forget. I'm only human. Doggone it. I'm going to forget some things. I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget some things. Oh, you said your van is messed up and you need a car. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard out here for a pimp. When you're taking on the money, pay the rent. Oh, I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs. I ain't gonna lie. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Leah. We gonna sing that song, okay? Hold your horses. Hold your horses, Leah. We gonna sing that song, doggone it. We gonna sing that song. It's hard out here for a pimp. The lyrics. Hard out here for a pimp. All right, Leah, get your voice ready. Get your singing voice ready. Here for a pimp when he trying to get his money for his rent. Cadillac gas he spent because this old bitch is taking. How did that sound? Oh my God, that was terrible, right? Hold on, let's try that again. Out here for a pimp trying to get his money for his rent. Cadillac and gas money spent. Whole lot of bitches jumping ship. Hard out here for a pimp when he's trying to get the money for the rent. I love that song, Leah. Thank you for bringing that up. I like the beat and everything of that song. Look up that car. It's pretty. What type of car is it? Hold on. I'm gonna do it right now. Hold your horses. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, here we go. That's gorgeous. This what you have? That is beautiful. This is beautiful. What color you have? It's a nice looking car. Yeah, look at that. This is beautiful. I love it. This is absolutely beautiful for the family and everything. This is a perfect car when you have kids. Nice job, you guys. Beautiful, Leah. You got good taste. Who picked it out? You or your husband? That is gorgeous. So you got that same white one. Oh, that's gorgeous. But you gotta wash it all the time, though. That's the whole thing with that white. It really shows up the dirt, you know? I would have got me a nice, beautiful, um, I like, you know what? I like the rich gray or that beautiful blue, but I don't think I would have gotten white because I am not going to be at the car wash washing that car all the time. You quit smoking? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? You just said I don't want any more and that's it? Congratulations, because that's a huge challenge. That's a huge challenge. That's a huge challenge. Congratulations, Leah. Cause that's not hard. That's not easy. Oh, you quit cold turkey? You just said I didn't want it and never picked it up again? So how long has it been since you stopped? Congratulations. Well, I've been smoking since I was 16 years old. So it's hard. It's really hard. Okay, you got the vape. Yeah. I smoke the American Spirits because I've been smoking since I was 16 years old. Now I'm 65. But I went to the American Spirits, which is the mellow one where you can barely taste any of there's no nicotine in there at all. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. That is a thumbs up. That is a winner. That's magnificent because it's no good for any of us. I've stopped several times here and there, but I'll be honest with you, I enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie to myself. I enjoy it. But they're very light. You can barely taste them, you know? You can barely taste them, Leah. You know about the American spirits, right? They're expensive, but you can barely taste them. So, Leah, my darling, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast because my breakfast is getting cold. But I enjoy talking to you. I'm gonna have to get off this live. I've been on this live for over 2 hours. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. You're funny. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. That is so funny. So, guys, I'm getting ready to go eat my breakfast because I don't want it to get too cold. Because Leah did bit off the doggone eggs already. And she stole one of my bacons, guys. Leah stole one of my bacons, yeah. Mm-hmm. You did. You stole one of my bacons behind my back. Uh-huh. Your brother used to smoke them. They're very light cigarettes. You can barely taste them, I really. But I like those. I really do. But Leah, I'm gonna get off this live, sweetheart. My niece, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta eat some of this delicious breakfast before it gets too cold. Leah. Leah, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for jumping on, niece. I appreciate you. I made myself a challenge. I have to go live for 2 weeks straight. This is Sunday is the start of the second week. I was live for 7 days, 6 days last week. So I have 6 more days to go, and I have beat my challenge. Oh, I miss you and love you too. Thank you, Leah. My niece, you are so sweet. God bless you. So look, if you see me on again, jump on for real quick. I'll be doing some engraving tomorrow. I'm gonna be making some for me and my man. These engraving glass I'm gonna do and put some hearts on there and put our initials. So that's gonna be the live for tomorrow. No cooking. So if you want to pop on and just say hello, you don't have to stay. I would love to see you there, okay? So, look, everybody, like I say, don't let nobody get on your nerves. Have a beautiful day. Cassie's getting ready to go dog this breakfast. And thank each and every one of you for getting on. Make sure you hit those thumbs up. Because what? A girl is hungry, damn it. Let me go eat. Leah, stop stealing my bacon. I told you. Bye, beautiful. God bless each and every one of you. Have a lovely day. Talk to you later. Peace.